Anyone can dribble, pass, or shoot, but the players who separate themselves are the ones who think the game at the highest level. And that's where basketball IQ comes in. If you've ever wondered why some players always seem a step ahead, making the right play at the right time, it's because they've sharpened their basketball mind. In this video, we're breaking down 3 powerful ways to level up your basketball IQ, backed by examples from the pros. And make sure you stick around until the end, because I'll be giving you a sample workout both on and off the court. That's designed to directly improve your basketball IQ. One of the most important skills you can develop if you want to raise your basketball IQ is the ability to know what you're going to do before the ball even touches your hands. Most players make the mistake of waiting until the ball gets to them before deciding their next move. That extra split second of hesitation is the difference between being locked down by a defender and creating an advantage for your team. The best players in the world don't waste time thinking after they catch it. They've already processed the situation, and their decision is ready to go. Nikola Jokic is the perfect example of this. When you watch him play, you'll notice that the moment the ball arrives, he's already acting. Maybe it's a soft floater in the lane, a no-look pass to a cutter, or a deep three. He doesn't hesitate, and that's what makes Denver's offense so unpredictable. Defenders can't load up on him because they never know what's coming next. What allows him to do this is the habit of constantly scanning the floor. Even before he receives the ball, he's reading the defense, locating his teammates, and identifying where the weak spots are. So by the time that pass reaches him, he's simply executing a decision he's already made.
Jokic, oh what a play, batting it ahead. He never even saw the ball until it landed. And then a touch pass to the cup. That on TV, but
Stephen Curry does this in a different way, but it's just as effective. Everyone knows Curry for his shooting, but what often goes overlooked is his off-ball movement and decision-making before the catch. He's constantly running through screens, curling around defenders, and slipping into open spaces. By the time he gets the ball, he doesn't need to waste time deciding whether to shoot or drive. It's automatic because he already knows what the defense is giving him. That's why defenders constantly look like they're one step behind him. It's not just his shooting ability, it's the fact that he's making his choice before the defense has time to react. For you as a player, this is a habit you can train every single time you're on the court. Instead of standing and waiting for the ball, scan the floor when a teammate has it. Watch your defender's positioning. Are they closing out too hard? Are they shading you to one side? Is the help defense cheating in too far? Build the habit of asking yourself, if I get the ball right now, what am I going to do? The more you practice this, the faster your decision-making will become, and eventually, it will feel automatic. That's when the game starts to slow down, and that's when you start to look like the smartest player on the floor.
And you stay with Steph. That's a bit of a problem.
Put pressure on him. San Antonio has not won a road game this entire month.
The second way to raise your basketball IQ is by dribbling with purpose. This is where so many players waste opportunities. They fall in love with dribbling for the sake of dribbling. They pound the ball, cross over 3 or 4 times, and look flashy, but the defense isn't moving and nothing is being created. The problem isn't that they lack handles, it's that they don't know why they're dribbling in the first place. If you want to see what purposeful dribbling looks like, watch Chris Paul. Every single dribble he takes has meaning. He's either probing the defense, forcing a defender to shift, opening up a passing lane, or getting to a spot where he knows he can knock down a shot. There's no wasted movement. That's why, even as he's gotten older and slowed down, he's still able to control games at the highest level. It's not about how fast or flashy he is with the ball. It's about how efficient he is with each bounce. Tyrese Halliburton is another master of this. He doesn't have the tightest or flashiest handle, but he doesn't need it. What makes him special is his ability to use the dribble to manipulate defenders. He'll take one dribble toward the paint to force a help defender to commit, and then fire a pass to an open shooter. Or he'll use a hesitation dribble just long enough to freeze his defender, then rise up for a jumper. He rarely wastes dribbles, and that's why his game is so efficient. He understands that every time the ball hits the floor, it needs to be moving him, or the defense, closer to his goal. For you, this means changing how you approach ball handling. Don't just dribble for the sake of dribbling. Ask yourself, why am I dribbling right now? Is it to create space for a shot? To collapse the defense and kick it out? To get to a better angle for a pass? If you don't have an answer, then you're probably wasting dribbles. And wasted dribbles are wasted possessions. One way to test this is by playing with a 2-dribble rule in pickup games. Give yourself a maximum of 2 dribbles every time you catch the ball. This forces you to be intentional. It makes you think ahead and use each dribble to actually create an advantage. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, but over time, it will train you to become efficient with the ball, just like the pros. The third way to level up your basketball IQ is on the defensive end, and it's all about moving on airtime. Most players make the mistake of reacting once the ball has already arrived at its destination. By that point, it's too late. Elite defenders don't wait, they anticipate. The moment the ball leaves the passer's hands, they're already moving into position. Draymond Green is the best example of this. He doesn't have the vertical leap of a prime Dwight Howard or the speed of a young Russell Westbrook, but his defensive impact is legendary. Why? Because he reads the floor and reacts before the offense finishes their action. When a pass is in the air, Draymond is already sliding to help, rotating to cover, or jumping into the lane to disrupt. That split second of anticipation allows him to shut down plays before they even develop.
Marshall fires to Christie, goes up for the slam, and he was met in midair by Draymond Green.
TJ McConnell might not be the biggest name, but he's another perfect example. At under 6 feet 2 inches and not particularly athletic, he has carved out a role in the NBA purely by being one of the smartest, most disruptive defenders on the court. He constantly anticipates where the next pass is going and positions himself to be a step ahead. It's not luck. He's reading the floor, watching the passer's body language, and reacting as soon as the ball leaves their hands. For you, this means training yourself to read the game defensively, not just react to it. When you're guarding off ball, don't just stare at your man. Keep your eyes active. Watch the passer. Study their eyes and their body. When the pass leaves their hands, you should already be closing out, rotating, or jumping the lane. The more you train yourself to move on airtime, the more disruptive you'll become on defense, even if you're not the fastest or strongest player on the floor. These 3 habits, knowing your move before you catch the ball, dribbling with purpose, and moving on airtime, are the foundation of a high basketball IQ. What makes them powerful is that they don't depend on athleticism. You don't need a 40-inch vertical to think ahead. You don't need elite quickness to make purposeful dribbles. You don't need to be 6'8" to move on airtime. These are skills built on awareness, discipline, and repetition. And the best part is, anyone can develop them. Like I promised, here's a sample workout you can use to train your basketball IQ. Screenshot this and adjust it to your liking. At the end of the day, basketball IQ is what separates good players from great ones. It's not just about talent or athleticism, it's about thinking ahead, making efficient choices, and anticipating what comes next. If you start applying these 3 principles, always knowing your move before you catch the ball, dribbling with purpose, and moving on airtime, you'll instantly start playing smarter basketball. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more breakdowns like this, and drop a comment down below. Which part of your basketball IQ do you want to improve the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.